Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. Good morning. I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. I hope you are too. I have some positivity for you this morning, as we do every morning. Your plan is working. The universe is working through you. The plan is working. You're exactly where you need to be at this moment in this time.
I love it when a good plan comes together.
That's
a quote from the A-Team.
Is it?
Hannibal Lecter.
Dun, 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 ba, ba, ba-dum, ba, ba, ba-dum, ba, ba, da, 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 ba, ba. We played that band. That's how come I knew every little sequence there. Good morning. Say hello to us. Julyn, Kimberly. All right, here's the thing. Your plan is coming together. Now, if you don't like where you are at this time and space, in this dimension, then guess what? You have the power to do something about it.
Make a change.
I almost started bringing on Brady Bunch. When it's time to change, you have to
rearrange.
Well, you're supposed to purpose.
Rearrange.
Thank you. We've all seen the Brady Bunch episode, or maybe we haven't. I don't know. Kimberly, Julyn, you guys are younger than us. I don't know if you've seen Brady Bunch. We would make our foreign exchange students watch it, and they'd be like, I don't know what this is. But there's always a good lesson.
There's so many of them.
Yes, so you have the power to change. The power is within you. Go ahead.
Dr. Wayne Dyer said, wherever you are right now, at some point in your past, you made an appointment with yourself to be here.
That's hard to accept. That is hard to, that's great and that's optimistic and we love that. But there's a but there. If for some reason we don't like exactly what is happening right now, the challenge is to take responsibility for it and to say, you know what can I learn? How can I grow? What can I do to move myself forward into where I really want to be?
The big key with this, though, is because we recognize this, and the only way we recognize this is when we went through our dark time.
Yeah.
We spent a detailed amount of time looking back. And when you look back, you can see a linear progression of exactly what the footsteps were that got you to exactly where you are. And you can see where you were extremely successful and where you started to slip, where you started to slide, and what took you down, what got you back up again, what got you moving in the right direction, and where those spin positives were, and where you kind of took that dip again.
Where you take a dip is in the things we can control, which are our perception, our decisions, and our actions. When we get stuck in stories that we're telling ourselves, or stories that society is telling us, or stories, then our decisions start to wane. Remember the whole amygdala brain starts to enlarge in, and then our prefrontal cortex weakens, and we start making decisions that don't serve us. And when that happens, then our actions go into this downward spiral.
Yeah, we start living in fear, we start living in blame, we start living in victimology.
We become victims of our own lives. Why? Why is this happening to me? Well, here's the key, is Jason and I often say, life is always working for you. And yesterday, I actually corrected myself, because life isn't working for you. It's not like life owes you anything. You're in a co-creation with life.
That's good.
And you have to do your part. You have to show up. So I like to say it's when our desires meet our decisions, which meet our divine design. There's almost a plug-in. And when we can align those three things, then that's when you start creating your own luck. Luck starts just popping out of the atmosphere. And really, you are helping co-create all of this fortune and good opportunities, all of the blessings that are coming your way.
Which really ties in with the authenticity that we talked about the other day. Because so often
I think it was yesterday.
we go into
I'm stuck.
Kind of acting into what other people want us to be.
Yeah.
And then we go back and then we get into another crowd and we act into what that crowd wants us to be. And so
That's called being a chameleon.
so then we start not being congruent with who our soul wants us to be. And we don't know where we're supposed to show up in life and how we're supposed to show up in life. So we're kind of spinning instead of going in a direction.
Yes, Jason, that's so good. Gail Dopp, I have not seen you in such a long time. Gail Dopp is here and she says, planting doesn't lie. Our canning jars always reflect our minds, thoughts, our hearts, spirit, and our actions. And that's exactly what Jason was saying earlier, is when we started looking back at our lives, the times when things were dipping, when things weren't where we wanted to go, it really came back to what were we believing at the time? What were our thoughts? What were our emotions? And it all ties together. Our beliefs create our thoughts create our feelings create our actions create the experiences we have in life, which either reinforce our beliefs
Or completely change it.
or completely change them. And it's not until you start realizing this pattern that you can say, okay, wait a minute, I have control to change just about every. It doesn't matter where you start, but you have the control to change your beliefs. You have the control to change the thoughts. We have 60,000 thoughts a day. 60,000 thoughts. Now, even though I take mental hygiene to the extreme and I am constantly working on my thoughts, that doesn't mean I don't have any negative thoughts.
No.
The difference is I get to choose which thoughts I take hold of and which thoughts I turn into feelings.
Which thoughts you breathe life into.
If I breathe life into the optimistic, positive, enthusiastic thoughts, guess how I feel? And when I feel optimistic, enthusiastic, and energetic, guess how I act? I show up differently. I have a different aura around me. I look to help others. I feel good. And when I feel good, I act better. And when I do that, I start getting outside my comfort zone, which creates opportunities. And it feels
Better
like
opportunities.
all of the right people start coming into my path. All of these opportunities start coming out of nowhere. Well, the truth is, I've done my part along with what God has planned for me, and we have met in the middle.
It goes back to that saying about which dog survives. It's the dog that you feed. Is it the pessimistic dog or is it the optimistic dog?
I think the way that goes is you have two wolves that are constantly knocking at your door.
Yes.
Is
Great.
that the
Yeah, that's the one.
that the saying?
Yeah, and
you constantly have two wolves knocking at your door. The one you feed is the one
that grows and
There you
gets
go.
stronger. It's just like there's two hards in life. There's a hard with getting up and doing the work, and there's also a hard with not doing the work. So there's a hard with making a conscious effort every day to change those negative thoughts and spin positive, because it does take work. It takes work to consciously reprogram your brain to look for the good, which is fun and engaging and creates all these great opportunities. And there's a hard which comes at the end with just going through the motions of life and just existing, because that comes with regret.
So what you're really saying is by not making a decision, you're really making a decision.
Exactly.
By not choosing your optimistic thoughts, you're really taking a decision, a choice to go down a different path.
And the beautiful thing about all equations is you can change anything in the equation to get a different outcome.
That is true. That is true. Oh my gosh, such good stuff. The reason this came up this morning is Jason literally had a little reflective moment. It was a moment of gratitude where he started looking back on his life and he started saying, all of the lessons my grandpa taught me in making a tree house, all of the lessons my dad taught me in going through the tomato plant.
Yeah. Just my all the people that have poured into me all my life, and they've just kind of led me here. And yeah, there's been some really tough times. There have been some beautiful times, but all the little micro moments, and I've made some bad decisions. I've made some great decisions. I mean, I'm sitting next to one of my best decisions.
That's right.
But
let's say that one again.
I'm sitting next to my best decision. But
let's put that one on
these
repeat.
That
can be the broken record that
That's
he
right.
says every day, 5 times a day.
And sometimes I say, I think that she's a broken record, but it's the most beautiful broken record.
There's beauty in being broken,
But
remember?
all these little micro decisions are what got me to here. And it's those little micro decisions on a daily basis that are what are making my future.
I am so proud of you, Jason. Jason is leaving for Cancun tomorrow. So this may be the last day you see him for a little while. But Jason is part of a coach's retreat, and he will be facilitating a portion of it. And I know that you're going to bring such wisdom to the group that is there. And I am just so excited because
I am super excited. We need more coaches. We need more people that are going to have a sustainable effort and learn how to stay profitable and keep this growth going in the world.
Jason made the decision, as you all know, to leave corporate world almost a little over a year ago. It was in September of 2021.
September 3rd.
And the progress that you have made, yes, it was scarier as all get out.
It's still scary, but exciting.
It's like taking a leap of faith and learning to grow your wings on the way down. Right? I mean, you have no idea what the outcome is going to be, and there's been twists and turns in this. The thing is, we know we're going to make it. It's just a matter of time. We know we're going to get there. It's 100% reality of where we're going because we've seen the little signs that are helping us along the way. It's almost like God and our angels and
all of you and all the people. You're little angels.
True. It is so true. We know we're going to make it. It's just a matter of time. And this morning you woke up and you literally said, I love it when the plan is coming together.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have asked him that,
if you
would have asked him that 4 months ago, he would have, said, oh yeah, it's coming together. But we had no proof
I know
that it was coming together.
It's belief.
It's
and
belief.
That's living lucky.
And knowing. And that's why I feel like faith is the component that has really helped us get to that next level. Is when we went through our dark time, we became intimate with God. And you need to believe. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the people around you. You need to believe in your circumstances. And you need to believe that God and the universe is working through you, for you, and always in your favor. Maybe not for you. Maybe not for you. With you. I need to change that. I'm going to change it today. Love you guys. This has been so fun. Victoria, I'm here to support you wherever I can. I love
and likewise,
this girl.
Victoria.
I love this. Victoria is a gratitude coach, and she's the
gratitude queen.
She is the one that put together the Power retreat that we were
which
just
is an
a part
annual
of.
event.
And it was awesome. It was just awesome. And so we can't be grateful enough for you. Also, speaking of gratitude, guess who's on the cover of The Local? That would be...
That brought me to tears.
It's their
I
gratitude.
was not expecting that.
We were not expecting the cover, and there's actually a 9-page spread, and it's all about gratitude, the spin we put on life, which comes down to our perceptions, the way we see things.
And it takes you through kind of your whole journey from able-bodied to the accident, through depression, through to where we are now.
They put pictures of me when I was in the hospital at age 15, and I was like, don't take my picture, Mom. So my eyes are closed, and my face had broken out because they had given my spinal cord steroids to try to help with the reducing in swelling. So my face was all broken out. I had hair growing on my chest.
Hello.
That's sexy. Anyway, so we are so grateful to the local, and
Here's to more magazine covers.
Woo!
Here's to a great future, and thank you all so much for all your support, and let's just keep this train moving.
We're going up, and we can all rise together. Love you guys. Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.